You're tuned into NWCLV.FM Through My Lens with Frank Hawkins featuring Harold Whaley.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am excited to be able to talk to you and introduce you to Mr. Whaley. I say Mr. Capital M, Capital R, period. Entrepreneur, family man, has helped so many in the industry. He's got so much, I'm just going to dive in and let y'all listen up and write down your questions and hopefully be able to reach out and see some great stuff that's going to happen in the very near future for Mr. Whaley and all of his different businesses and people he's reached out and touched. So with it, let's do it. Mr. Whaley, how are you?
Man, I'm happy to be here.
Good to see you, brother.
Thank you for inviting me, my brother.
So you say we saw each other about a year ago?
Ooh, no, it's been about, what was that, about maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we were out here doing our convention during that time, the ABA.
Okay.
He brought me by your spot, and I was telling you it had that brand new, just got the new Tesla.
Yeah, 19. Yeah,
I was
all
like,
right.
oh, my man, okay. So
Right. Nice. So let's go back a little bit then. I'd like to start with how you grew up, where you grew up, and sort of tell us your story up until maybe like 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Because there's a lot.
All right, I'll condense it and make it a little fast for you. But I grew up in Ocala, Florida. Well, born in a city called Crystal River, Florida.
Okay.
Moved to Ocala because my grandfather, who was my mother's father, moved us onto some land out there. And he was a multimillionaire, had about 1,000 acres of land. So
What?
cows, pigs, and
What?
chickens. So I grew up my
What
whole
year was
life.
this?
Oh, my God. From
70s, 60s?
I was born in 65. So
Okay.
we moved out there
Wow.
in about 70. And I was there until I left to go in the military, which was 83.
So let me stop you there. A
Absolutely.
black man
Yes, sir.
in Florida
Yes, sir.
with 1,000 acres.
He was one of many in our
What?
area. Oh yeah,
Wow.
And what we did is we employed everybody in the neighborhood. Every month he'd have 5, 6 watermelon trucks lined up, semi trucks lined up with watermelons, and I would sometimes drive the truck through the field because we were
Right.
too little to be picking up them things. So,
Yeah.
but my point was, we took care of people in our area like that. So I
So
thought
rural area? How
very,
many?
very, very rural.
Okay, black?
Black, I mean, mixed, man. I mean,
Mixed,
yeah.
yeah.
It's Ocala, Florida is known for where Kentucky Derby horses go to train. Because
Really?
there's something in our soil that gives them like a natural steroid. So,
Wow.
yeah, they send them out there first to do it. So it's a really
Nice.
unique process. So I grew up raising cows, pigs, chickens,
So
all
you grew
that.
up on a farm?
On a farm, then taking girls to debutante balls. It was the weirdest thing, man.
That was a big thing down there?
Yeah, it was. Trying to be socially involved, Jack and Jill, all that doing that.
That was down there too?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
well,
that's big in
with
the
people
South,
that had
sort of.
money, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a fun. I didn't understand having money, didn't have money. I just
Right.
knew we were okay.
Yeah.
I had, when I went in the Navy, I went in with a brand new IROC Z28, and
Wow.
guys wanted to find out how I'm doing this. And I was
Right.
like, y'all want to drive? What you talking
Yeah,
about? I
yeah.
thought everybody. So
when
woke
you
up
graduated
there,
high school?
1983.
83.
Mhm.
And when did your grandfather die?
Ooh, 86.
86.
86.
And who did he leave all that land to?
That's a good question, yeah, man. Okay, we had a real situation happen where, out of the woodworks, while I was gone, a new son came out of the business. Okay, and it wasn't no Maury Povich and you're not the father back then. And
Right.
me on my military journey, didn't know. He took my grandfather while he was on his deathbed to a place in Georgia and quick deeded everything we owned.
No way.
We didn't know about it till 6 years later.
You're
So,
kidding.
and when I found out about it, I went to work because my family is not legally, and country people don't think like that. So
Yeah.
me being who I was, had to be a little bit more savvy and try to get this together. Reached out to people like Willie Gary. I don't know if you know Willie
I know
Gary,
Willie, big time attorney.
those people that were trying to, gave me some advice on how to do it. But my mom, very spiritual woman, was at the point that God said, leave it alone. And
Really?
it hurt me with my spirit, but she's still alive today, so I still, honor her wishes.
She's
but
still on the land, or did they have, y'all have the family have to move off?
No, we ain't got no house in Florida no more. None of that.
Wow.
That's gone. Okay,
Wow.
but that's why I've been on this trek.
Yeah.
I'm on a trek
Mhm.
to get that's why the crypto. That's why all these things I've done, the massively amount of things are working. So I put together some programs over the years. So let me keep going.
How'd you get to the Navy?
Got to the Navy because I had a full ride scholarship to the University of Florida and to FAMU. I played trombone.
Okay.
But I played trombone because I was a singer, and we didn't have chorus in the band. So because we didn't, I said, I got to do something to get this out. And I played like I sing, so my sound was really different in the state of Florida. So for my sophomore to my senior year, I was the #1 trombone player in the state of Florida in high school.
Wow.
So that ended up with a full ride scholarship to the University of Florida, won the FAMU, Florida A&M. My band director, who was my school daddy, in other words, because he really, took me on this way to do things, said, yo, you too smart to go to college. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'll be the first. He said, nah, you write all the music for our band, you do everything, your family got, they're going to get you to work for me, you're going to be like a slave with your knowledge. He said, go to the military, you don't want to kill nobody, get away and see the world. Join the military band. So I took that concept.
Right.
Didn't quite work out like that way when I went in the military. I ran into my first stage of prejudice.
Yeah.
Okay, as soon as I got in there, it was like, hey, we don't need no black trombone player for 3 years. And I'm like, well, that was really, wait a minute. So I had to choose a job. So the job I ended up with was being a radar operator.
Okay.
Okay, I chose that job because it was, one, you had to be smart at, one.
Right.
Two, we were combat ready, so when I had to work on the water, we worked. So 13, 14, 15 hours a day, but when we hit port, no radar. So I was off every morning at 9 o'clock, and I used that as a way to get to my music industry side.
Right.
So
when you say radar, and I think about radar, that's the
thing that's going around the tip that we shoot planes down,
right.
and we see them up in the air. So submarine, real combat. I was on 2 warships and an aircraft carrier. So I managed over 800 people on the aircraft carrier at one time on our division. So it was a job, man. I learned a lot. I grew up fast, which is why I'm the way I am now. Real regimented.
Yeah.
I'm about my business. If you're doing something, let's get it done. Let's don't talk about something, because a lot of people talk.
Most of them.
And I'm a doer. And being the kind of person I am that got into so much technology, I'm a doer. So if I say it, I'm gonna do it. I can do the web page. I can write the code. I had an iPhone app in the App Store when there were only 2,500 apps in the store. The first days of the iPhone 1. So I'm a person that teaches this game and want people to try to learn to get better. So the Navy side, being in that, I took my horn on the ship. Every country we went to, I was still trying to stay active in my music side. I had one dream, and that was to be on Solar Records, SOLAR. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I don't.
Whispers.
Yeah.
Shalimar.
Oh yeah.
Lakeside.
Oh yeah.
The Deal.
Oh yeah.
Atlantic Star.
That's right.
That was the label that I want, because it was just the coolest. They had the best logo. When I was 15, I had all the records. I was like, yo, I want to be on this label. And that was my drive. I got to California with my little tape.
Yeah.
I walked into Solar Records, and they kicked me right out. Told me, bro, what you doing? Where your manager? What you doing? And so still country knowledge. Bright, but not that bright yet. Got transferred while in the Navy to Memphis on shore duty. I get to Memphis, and that's when everything changed. Somebody that knew Patty LaBelle's manager.
It always helps.
And hooked me up with him, and then I signed there, and that started my journey with BB and working with Al Green and blah, blah, blah. So daily, I was learning. I was in there just, doing whatever they told me to do, listening, shutting up as a kid, eating chicken when they tell me, singing when they told me. And, that led to, right in the middle of that, he died. My manager died. And I was right in the middle of a crossroads of getting out of the Navy, because I was an E6 at this time, because I went up and ranked really fast and looked young doing it. So a lot of guys were like apprehensive, like, how does this little young guy get up there doing this? But I was biding my time with both music and that. So right around that time when he died, I took orders back to California for 2 more years. And me and 4 guys opened up a recording studio in San Diego. So we had the largest black-owned studio in San Diego. Ike Turner recorded out of there before he died. I went to see what's love got to do with it. Ike Turner. But he died owing me $60. I always tell that story. So we, but that time was just a learned situation for me that I got a chance to learn. After I got further in the game, around about the 90s, I signed with Death Row Records on a production deal. Me and my team, we were right during the murder was the case time frame.
No, who was running Death Row at that time?
Suge was running.
Suge was.
Well, Kevin Black was the voice. Okay, if you know Kevin, was the mouthpiece of Death Row. But Suge was, in charge of the money. Okay, but And I came in under Kevin because Kevin was in the former military, so it was a real, it was a who, not who you know, but who know you type situation. Where I tell everybody that's the game. So came in one day, $250,000 worth of my equipment gone. I'm not that type of guy. I just got out of the
Gone
military,
from where?
out of the studio.
Oh, so you took your equipment
we were locked in for 2
to their
weeks.
studio.
Yeah, we locked in for 2 weeks.
Okay, so you practicing and making music and
we
cutting and doing all that.
Cutting tracks.
So you took your equipment.
Rage, everybody.
Okay.
We doing real stuff. And,
Okay.
and we were from San Diego though, so
Right.
the commute.
Right.
We're not
I was leaving
LA
there.
qualified.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you know, so
I got you.
they decided they wanted to take our stuff. So I came in there with my military mindset and
Yeah. Did you get it back?
oh, come on.
Didn't take all day either, did it?
No, but what it did, it pushed me away from being in the business like that. I'm like, if that's how y'all moving, I can't work like that. I ain't grow up like that. I tell you what happened to me and my family.
Yeah.
So any type of taking anything in my world is a problem.
Yeah.
So I moved away from Death Row, and I started later working with a company called, and ended up during that time frame getting an artist deal with Solar Records.
Wow.
So my first record ever came out on Solar Records, and that was my biggest dream, to put a record out on
That's
Solar.
right.
I didn't want a Grammy. I didn't have none of that in my mind.
Yeah.
Right after that, I won the San Diego Music Awards, Best Urban Artist of the Year. BET nominated me Breakaway Artist of the Millennium online. And I always give an asterisk to that because they put me in a contest on the internet. Me, at that time in life. And I won it 98% to the rest of them because put me on the internet against nobody.
Yeah.
So they came out to meet with me to figure out how did I do that.
You understood.
Yeah, they were
the
like, how
internet.
did you do that? And they wanted, matter of fact, by the time I got done explaining to BET, the two guys they sent out asked to put their resume in to work for me.
Wow.
And I was upset because I'm like, I'm trying to get on BET. You know what? Never mind. So that's when I started focusing. I realized I'm in a world that they don't know yet.
Yeah.
So I got to focus on here.
Yeah.
At that moment, a company moved into San Diego called MP3.com. So you guys know what MP3s are now, but at that time it was the staple of where it were. And I was making some noise in San Diego, so they wanted to use me as a guinea pig on their advertising. So I was the #1 artist on the soul charts for 40 weeks straight on MP3.com. So that led to just opening some digital doors that I was one of the few in there at that time. So I was trying to bring everybody in, but people were like, man, give me a cassette player. I'll be all right. So fast forward, 2004, I got involved in a company called Second Life, which is what you would look at today as the metaverse, but it was a virtual world.
Okay.
When I get in something, if I get into it and see a value to it long term, I'm in it. Ain't no way to stop me, and I'm gonna find how to eat off of it. So I jumped in the virtual world, and I built a virtual church for Shirley Caesar. I did the first ever, and all this is Googleable, guys. You can Google all this stuff. I did the first ever movie theater with Stars Home Entertainment. We did a movie called Jimmy and Judy in 2008. We built the theater. Stars came in to turn the movie on. I brought the actors in to control their characters, to talk to the audience about what they were thinking, feeling, being, and charged everybody $20 to sit down in the seats.
Wow.
I had them ask questions to the audience. Never been done in history before, and I haven't done it since. I like to stick and move. I do it.
Right.
It's in history. Keep it moving to the next thing. So once that got done, I started building my own platforms. Around 2009, I was working on the dark web when it came to getting programs. You know, the dark web is a way you can get Photoshop for $20 instead of $500. So, but they would only take Bitcoin. So I had to get into that phase in 2009 and buying Bitcoin and buying this and that, not really seeing where it was going. I would buy, $100 worth and buy, $30 worth of programs, leave that wallet in there, go buy another wallet, and kept leaving these wallets in for about 4 years till I finally started seeing where this was going. I'm like, wait a minute, let me try to find those other wallets. I lost, just so you know, I lost over $700 million in crypto. Now I'm okay with what I saved, but I lost that much money just on what I kept. So it was when Bitcoin was 10,000 a nickel for a nickel, and over the years of educating, organizing, writing code, I built a cryptocurrency I got it. Okay, let me not get too ahead of myself. I started working with Urban Network. We launched the career as a Destiny Child. Ludacris, Mike Jones, Mary Boys and Men. I was the program director for their online radio stations because there was no such thing as online radio. I was reading an article one day, it was coming, somebody walked up to me, asked me what I was doing, I told them I'm reading an article, they turned around and say, hey, he does internet radio. I was reading an article. Okay, so now everybody's coming to me like, hey, can you do it? And I say, well, let me figure it out. My first morning jock at Urban Network was John Amos from Good Times. So I traveled the country with him, interviewing everybody from Halle Berry to Denzel to Paul Mooney to Alan Ailey, and Alan Ailey, just a lot of different people. Just getting him situated with internet radio for the first time. And did that for about 8 years, and then the American Basketball Association reached out to me. Freedom Williams from CNC Music Factory. Everybody dance now. That dude. Him and Spider D, old school hip hop rapper, reached out and was like, yo, they need you in the ABA to straighten up their entertainment. And what is the ABA? Basketball. I'm like, I don't shoot, I don't play. They need you. I go in, the owner and I click off, we hit it well. They bring me on, and here we are. This is my 17th year.
Wow.
I've owned 3 teams in the league over the last 17 years because I knew I had to learn everything in order to speak from a position of strength.
That's right.
So my first team was Team Haiti. When the earthquake went down in Haiti the first time, I went that day. It was like, hey, we should get one of these teams to make money to help raise money for Haiti. And the owner was like, oh my God, great idea, Harold, your team. I'm like, wait, I don't do this. He's like, who's gonna do it right? So he had me focus. Put a team together. We raised about $250,000 and gave it all to Haiti. Put the uniforms in a box. I moved to Michigan, and he said, I need a team right where you are. Oh, not again. So the West Michigan Lakehawks were born, and now this is their 13th season.
Wow.
I've turned that team over 5 years ago to the guys who worked for me on it. Gave it to them once we were in the black and didn't even charge. But because of the position I'm in, I couldn't be biased because I help everybody in the league. And so I'm at that point. I put the Tulsa Twisters together right after that. That's where DeQuante came in. And brought him in as my COO to run the game for me because I had a crew first and didn't work out. I trusted him, and we made some strides. And we did that for 2 years. When you hear about Black Wall Street, it's real. The racism in Tulsa was very thick. As an African American male in sports, pro sports, I was not getting the help I needed from the city who were helping the baseball team and the hockey team that were not looking like me. So I decided to kind of peel away from that for a while. I became head of what we started a program called ABA Gold, and that was going to be our pro version of the league. So we've got 100+ teams, which would then serve as our G League, bringing now this pro version. So I came out to Vegas. Man, I was out here for about 6 months straight, leaving my family and everything, spending many amounts of money to put this together. And right at the last minute, some people from the NBA hit up all the gyms out here and said, if you let the ABA play, we're not bringing summer league. So so I got shut down, lost a lot of money, went back home, licked my wounds. And said that it'll never happen again. So we've started a program. Me and the owner of the ABA now are partners. I am 50-50 owner of Abigail Realty Group, and we're building our own arenas. And we started Abigail TV. So Abigail is ABAGALE, and it's the ABA with a gale of wind behind it right now. We're in Operation Upgrade with all these teams we got. So the reason I'm in Vegas at this moment, we just had our big annual meeting and just kind of put the gauntlet down on everything that's going to be happening over the next year. So I built this network last year about this time, and we're on Roku, Fire Stick, all these places now, and I've been grinding like Ted Turner on looking at these 100+ channels, and our teams have channels, but we branched out and started our own real estate channels, our real estate network. So we have a separate real estate network on Roku, and people buy cities of this real estate, and they showcase homes in that area, blah, 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 and now they're starting to put shows together with everything from home improvement and blah, blah, blah. So I educate them on ways to make this better so you don't leave me hanging with shows that don't make sense. So I'm the director of moving all that together. 50-50 owner, the owner of the ABA is my other partner on this. But we've been making some strides and moving this forward. Now my legacy project is, for the last 6 years, I've been the project coordinator on a build of a brand new township on the island of Eleuthera, Bahamas, called Bertram Village. So put the whole process together. We're a 1.5 mile road now in, and when I say 6 years has been like the most educational thing I've ever went through in my life, because my only experience of building anything on this nature was the metaverse. And the fact that
wasn't tangible.
it gave me, it was very tangible in order for somebody like me who understood what I was doing. So it just kind of put the whole process together. And 6 years, I mean, bringing the developers, working with the president of the country, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I've done some massive things that I've never thought I could do, with just walking out of that country school in Ocala and just listening to what they told me to do.
Right.
So, Frank, that's me in a nutshell, man.
Yeah, so let me ask a couple questions. I am very impressed by that. So let's start at the latter. So with the township you're building, and it's the third world country, obviously, or fourth world country, right?
Well, this is the Bahamas, so yeah, if you think of it from where we are in Eleuthera is very,
How many people on that island?
118,000 now between because Tiger Woods has just finished his resort there called Jack's Bay. This place we're on, last in the Mohicans, up to the land right now is valuated at 1.5 million an acre. So we got 6,000 acres we're building on, 3,000 uninhabitable, so 9,000 total, but coves, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We're not going to be building it, but we've knocked down our first, we got our first mile and a half road, and we've knocked down our first 51 acres, building our first 35 by 35 villas right now, starting those 2-bedroom, 2-bath, blah, 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 right on the beach. So a lot of other stuff going on.
So on 6,000,
City,
what?
full city. When I say
So
hospitals,
you're doing
schools,
what first?
everything.
You're building
First,
residential houses?
residential, just 'cause
How many units?
workers.
How many houses?
Well, right now we're putting these little villas together because they're going to be being Airbnbs / homes for residents that are coming. But these are a little more smaller. Workers are going to live here first. Some of the first workers. So just setting that up.
And what are you doing first for your development? On your 6,000, besides building the houses for the residents?
All the phases are done. All the phases are set up. So I'm saying right after that, we started on our schools. We started on our medical facilities. Well, clinics first before we start. But we got a hospital plan, or a hospital university plan. We've got which will be like a Full Sail also to have a training where we use the backdrop of the Bahamas now as a training facility for films and so forth, and teaching urban people the level of Pixar, all the things that we've been missing on being able to bring our movies forward and so forth on that end.
And how big is the island in total?
110 miles long. It's like an upside down crescent moon. At the very southern tip of it, because we're in the northern bowl, right at the very northern top where the airport is, Disney is building a 751-acre cruise port resort right now. Okay, again, and they're about an hour from us. 30 miles south of us, Tiger Woods is building. He just finished his 1,700-acre resort, Jack's Bay. So it's 1,700-acre resort.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's ultra rich,
golf.
Crowd.
I'm sure you got golf courses and everything
full course on it.
Yeah.
Home, you got to have a yacht and a plane in order to qualify to be there. Matter of fact, Eleuthera qualified last year as the #1 place in the Caribbean or anywhere around that area for high value people landing on that island because of Disney, because of Tiger, because of that. So, and they have to go right down my spot. So you know I'm gonna get them.
Okay.
Okay. So
all right, that's
this is
good.
a thought out thing. This is no fly by night, man. When I
Right.
say really, really putting this together.
6 years
I wish
in.
I had some brothers like you to be around me when I first started this. But but I had to do it myself. So
That's right.
This is where we are now.
Okay.
And we had to raise every little bit of peace money we've been doing. Nobody gave us
How was
nothing.
that? Talk to
We're still in the phase of
for
raising
those
money.
that want to be entrepreneurs.
Well, I've got a
or-
video. Matter of fact, how about if I just take this time and show you a little bit about what let me show you this video real quick.
Thank you. I want to give them more credit because they ain't pay.
You got to get up there.
Space. Picture yourself on an idyllic island where the future of sustainable living blends seamlessly with a vibrant high-end community life. Welcome to Bertram Village, a gem nestled in the stunning landscapes of Eleuthera, Bahamas. Bertram Village isn't just a development project. It's a vision of sustainability, a lifestyle revolution, and an emblem of luxury. Imagine a harmonious blend of single and multi-family residences, world-class educational and healthcare facilities, alongside a wealth of leisure and recreational spaces. Bertram Village's strategic location further amplifies its allure. A mere 30-minute drive south transports you to Jack's Bay, a luxury resort boasting exquisite living quarters and a full golf course, a venture endorsed by the renowned Tiger Woods. In the near future, the southern tip of Eleuthera will be home to a brand new Disney resort, designed to entertain their cruise ship passengers with immersive experiences and unparalleled luxury. As this groundbreaking venture unfolds, the Bahamian government is revitalizing the iconic glass window bridge. This structure isn't just our village's gateway, it's a vital connector between the northern and southern halves of Eleuthera, offering awe-inspiring views and signifying the harmonious blend of progress and tradition. We invite forward-thinking investors to join us in this transformative journey. As a part of Bertram Village, you'll not just invest in a property, but become a part of a community that cherishes sustainability, growth, and the rich cultural heritage of the Bahamas. Our commitment to preserving the local environment and enhancing the lives of future residents remains unshaken. We're assembling an exceptional team of developers, designers, and staff who share our vision of redefining sustainable luxury community living. Bertram Village offers a unique lifestyle opportunity that's not just profitable, but revolutionary. It's an invitation to become part of a vibrant community set in the backdrop of the Bahamian paradise. Welcome to Bertram Village. Together, let's shape the future of sustainable living amidst unrivaled luxury. As we move forward, our team of top-tier developers, designers, and staff is committed to bringing this vision to life, crafting a space where luxury harmoniously blends with the charm of Eleuthera, Bahamas. Welcome to Bertram Village, where we're shaping the future of sustainable living together.
Nice. Impressive.
So, opportunities abound on that, man. And again, the biggest thing they gave me, the hardest problem when they brought me in was, don't bring us anybody over here, gonna be a problem 10 years from now. So, it makes me have to be a jerk. It makes me have to be hard. It makes me have to go through discernment. It makes me have to look at everything because I can't let somebody take advantage of these people like they've been doing.
That's
and
right.
people ask me, why Bahamas first? You're in America, why Bahamas? I realized that in America we're fighting. We're fighting racial stuff. We're fighting all of these particular different things. And it's hard to win when you're fighting everybody. And when you got an idea and they won't listen because they're hidden.
Right.
So the Bahamas is listening. I'm going to build this process, bring back this idea, and shape what we got here. So America ain't forgotten. I just got to practice first. And this is a great place to practice at because they're listening and they want to do it.
Right.
So that's what we're doing on this.
Nice. That's impressive, man. I'm hat off to you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about the ABA basketball.
Okay.
So you're here for your conference.
Yes.
Tell us what's happened so far and what's the game plan for 23 and 24.
Well, we just started our Operation Upgrade, and the ABA has right now, we got about 100 and solid this year coming up, 32 teams in the league, okay, playing.
Okay.
That's a lot to most people that don't, that think NBA and those things. And for people that don't know who the ABA is, you might hear that word, ABA, I know the NBA, and so I like to take the time to just run them through a little surface of that if you give me a chance.
Yeah,
to just show
no
them.
worries. That'd be perfect.
I've created a video to kind of break that down because I get the question a lot, and I'm like, you know what? It's not fair for us to be out here playing this hard in these communities and people not know
Who they are.
who we really are.
Do you have a team in Las Vegas?
We have 2 teams in Las Vegas. That's what
See,
you
didn't even know
ask
that.
me This is why, like, okay, we got to fix that because I can't have you not knowing that. So let me excuse me for 1 second
Yep,
while I
no worries.
map this out real quick and get this where you can see this video. Okay, so and the ABA, just so you know, it's the largest minority ownership league in the world. So it's the only place you can be black and not named Michael Jordan's cousin and to get a team with some ease where you ain't gotta fight nobody with it.
So what's it cost for a team?
That's what's even worse to me because it's very affordable for anybody. So if you got 10 G's starting off, you got a team, okay? But you're gonna run into me. I'm gonna make sure that you know what you're doing with it. So, because your team matters to my channels. So if I'm showing something of your team, you better have it together when you come to me. So that's where we are on that side of it. So teams are getting it together now. They're starting to, learn how to do this the right way, and I'm educating. I've put together a university on our website, Abigail University, to train them on being able to work their channels, to know how to do all these things that I'm telling you about right now. Man. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find.
It's
the right
okay.
video
Take your
for you,
time.
man.
We know her.
Okay, let's see if this is it. Okay, so I want to, say this first, Frank. I want to give shout outs to you and, man, just your career, man. I mean, once I realized who you were, I remember going back in all them games because I'm a solid football fan, but I watched you, man, okay? And I had no idea it was on that level, but I'm, again, mad kudos to everything you accomplished.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, so now I found it. This is our Abigail News Network.
Okay.
In the late 1960s, the American Basketball Association, or ABA, captured the hearts of basketball fans across the nation. Though it merged with the NBA in 1976, its spirit refused to fade away. In the year 2000, a basketball phoenix rose from the ashes. The ABA was reborn, thanks to the efforts of key figures like Dick Tinkham and Joe Newman. The new ABA burst onto the scene with 8 teams in its inaugural season. Led by team owner George Gervin, his son's team clinched the championship, creating a moment of triumph for the league's rebirth. Joe Newman took the helm, steering the ABA towards a bold vision. He wanted the league to be the epitome of diversity, with ownership open to everyone. The league became a melting pot, with women, African Americans, Asians, Hispanics, and whites coming together to shape the future of the game. From its humble beginnings, the ABA has grown into a global phenomenon, with teams not only in the United States, but also in Australia, Mexico, Canada, Africa, and throughout 80% of the states. The league has become a true international sensation. The ABA serves as a platform for players seeking to extend their basketball careers beyond the NBA. Legends like Christian Lettner, Dennis Rodman, and Metta World Peace have found new opportunities to showcase their skills and keep the fire burning in the ABA. The ABA has also nurtured coaching talent. Several coaches, including Scotty Brooks, who now leads the Portland Trail Blazers in the NBA, honed their skills in the ABA before making their mark at the highest level. The majority of ABA teams have found homes in rec leagues, high schools, junior colleges, and local community gyms. But now, it's time for a new chapter. Operation Upgrade is underway.
That's why
The ABA is ready to take the next step by building its own community arenas across the country. These small, intimate venues will bring the excitement of professional basketball right to local communities. To fuel this growth, the ABA is offering seat memberships. For as little as a $99 seat in the first arena, fans can secure their place and earn rewards every time someone pays to sit in their seat. The ABA's resurgence is a testament to the enduring spirit of the game. It's not just about basketball, it's about community, diversity, and the love of the sport.
So we have our own news network that I've hired my own artificial intelligence reporters.
Right.
So I don't have to-
Nice.
Yeah, so these
I
are
like
things
that. You must have learned that from you, didn't you?
Yo, man.
I said to him one day, man, who them girls is? I said, he said, you don't know them. I said, you sure? Yeah, them bots. I said, oh yeah, I don't know them man.
Yes, sir. So, keeping it with trying to stay original, trying to stay unique in what we do and bring the ability to do all of this stuff to the average person. So I can teach a regular young man sitting at home trying to figure out how you're going to eat tomorrow, how to have a job in a way that can make money that is beyond this. Because when you start working in this AI world, you don't need but a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah,
You got no more than the next man.
yeah.
And it's easy to win. And I do that. I teach that. I have that. I have courses for that. I have, you can find this stuff on my website, Swade, SWADE, Soul, SOUL.com. And that's my metaverse virtual world character company I built years ago, and I've been using that name forever, Swade. So I put all my characterizations, even change my my artist name to that and put out music under that. So,
Right. Okay. So let's say somebody wants to be an owner in the ABA. Can you walk us through the process? I know you said 10 grand, but I'm sure you got to do some kind of background check.
Yeah.
How many players do I have to
Yeah.
have?
Yeah,
What do I have to
absolutely.
pay them? Where do they? How do we travel? Who do we play?
The ABA is a very unique situation. It's not like the NBA. NBA is a franchise. We are a membership. So being a membership, we don't dictate a salary cap. So, which to me is a slight problem because I have to trust the owner. He's going to pay these players right.
Right.
So if they don't, that's why I have to battle Adam Silver and people like that from the NBA because they look at us like, hey, these guys not getting paid right. Well, these guys are. It's that owner, so I got to go. So it's that kind of thing. I have to always work to make
Right.
everybody come up to the level because some people want to cut corners.
Right.
You can't cut corners in my world anymore. That's what Operation Upgrade was about. This time.
Okay.
So we're here to put the gauntlet down on new team owners. If you want a team, go to the ABA's website. We're not accepting anymore right now because the season starts in November and we've cut off the date. But after the season is over, definitely you can put a market reservation in and watch us through the year. Come out to some games and see how we operate. I started a new program called Celebrity Courtside. I partnered with a few of my celebrity friends. I won't name any names, but I got some celebrity friends I partnered with that I'm giving them 5% ownership, equity ownership in a team for no money down. They have to promote, market, do all the things for it. So they jumped on board. I'm starting to parcel that out. It helps our teams now be a little more in the way.
Yeah.
And even on the entertainment side, if they want to perform, they can come to a game of their team and do what they want to do. And it just
Right.
ups the ante on things. It's never been
Right.
done like this before. So I'm
Right.
trying to bring a new flavor because the ABA has always done different stuff, even from way back in the day. If you guys watch Semi-Pro with Will Ferrell, a very
Yeah.
funny version.
What about, we was talking about him yesterday, Cube,
Cube.
Ice Cube.
Well, I mean, me and Cube have a lot of circles we run in together, so it's crazy. Urban Network, I told you about. Miller London, who was the head of Urban Network, was also the head of Lynch Mob, the record label Cube did. He worked with Cube when he first started on that. So we
Okay.
kind of, that's our first tie. But
Right.
him and I have been in many groups together, took pictures together, all that kind of stuff. But basketball-wise, we've never countered each other because I don't even think he knew I was rolling the same way and
Right.
what position I played in the ABA because
Right.
I've been that behind the scene guy kind of moving things. So, and some similar actions of what we were doing, they started doing, especially when I told you about I was out here in Vegas for that long putting all this together. And it was right when he was just starting to make his motion. We had already put together first to 50, 3-on-3, and Q came out with first to 60. Right in the middle of the season, he switched to
Right.
first to 50, and
Right.
I had to back up to kind of look at things like how I'm gonna do this because I want to work together. I'm
Yeah.
not a dude that it's a way we can do this, and
Yeah.
I look at the ABA and my positioning,
Yeah.
with the owner of the league, who's a 87-year-old Jewish man,
Okay.
and I'm kind of his right hand guy. So
Yeah.
in that essence, it's been a position where there could be some ownership if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But I'd have to have the right person to be playing with because it's too much work to manage all these guys without having
Right.
somebody that's going to be screaming at them all day or
Yeah.
not screaming at them or working on that angle. But it's the ability to have an urban league professional that's been here for years. And I have
How
that
many
problem.
teams, if you know, does Cube have?
12.
12 teams.
Yeah.
So-
And the difference in Cube is dealing with former NBA players. All
Right.
my players are people that I try to get to the NBA. That's the
Yeah.
whole game. And so we bring a different audience who want to see us. Cube brings people first and foremost who've known these players before, who watch them from he
Right.
brings their past audience with him.
Right.
Where I'm bringing a whole new audience from these guys who are trying to be up, and they all have. When I look at it like what I got, I've got 100. We got 100 plus teams. Let's just say 100 off
Okay.
that number. Easy.
Yeah.
12 players per team.
Okay.
Okay, that's 1,200 players.
Yeah.
Okay, every one of them has social media. They're
Yeah.
all my brand ambassadors.
Yeah.
Okay, NBA has 32 teams. Okay, larger numbers in some people's social media when you look at the Steph Currys and LeBron James. But overall wise, we can compete. and not compete as a league. I'm talking about socially, to be seen. Because our goal is not to compete against the NBA. It's to make our players player ready to move on to the next stage. So it's a coherent situation. So I'm always down to try to find something. I mean, if Q brings some, we talk together, we can definitely come up with something to work
We
together.
have a mutual friend, and I was telling Capion, I said, hey, maybe we ought to make a connection and see where it go from there. Hey,
Wouldn't hurt.
that's right, can't hurt.
I told you if I'm open.
Right, okay.
And we're really moving. I'm not slowing down. We got our own network. I'm not waiting on TV. That was
Yeah.
a key piece because we've been on ESPN. We've been on, and I handed this television thing to Fubu about 8 years ago because they started their own network, Fubu,
Yeah.
for us, by us, and didn't quite work out like I wanted it, and I
Right.
moved it to a company called Zingo. Didn't quite work out like I wanted it,
Right.
so I said if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Okay.
doing. And I'm serious about it.
Well, man, it has been a pleasure. Anything else that I didn't ask, should have asked that,
Oh, man, you
that the
covered a
people
lot.
need to know?
You covered a lot. I mean, you guys want to find out more about me, go to my website, listen to my past music and stuff. I still do music when I feel like it, you know, and I'm an aggregator for the Orchard. So I signed label deals to Orchard, which is under Sony's brand. So I've got about 150 labels under that, and it's kind of a pastime. I work heavy with Dr. Dre from Yo MTV Raps. You remember him? Remember
No.
Ed Lover and Dr. Dre from Yo MTV Raps? They had a show, a big show on there. They were big in the game back then.
Okay.
They broke hip hop. But
Okay.
he has lost his sight and he lost a leg, so he's paraplegic. But he heads up our Apparel World channel, which is aimed to our disabled.
Okay.
So, and bringing in the flavors of the Chuck D's and the Flavor Flavs and all those
Yeah,
guys to help
yeah.
and assist to bring different kind of content.
Right.
So we're doing something and offering an audience who was not so mainstream now to bring them back into mainstream.
Nice. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you.
Thank you, my
Keep
brother.
up the great work.
I
We're going to try to
appreciate
see what we can do.
Appreciate it, everybody.
Hey, thank you for tuning in to Through My Lens, and we'll see you next time.